It's different going after Coach Lombardi than going after Coach Payton, huh?
You had your first Pro Bowl selection back in 2019. Did you think you would get to a place where you got another one? What's it mean to you to get one after kind of this gap of time?
Yeah, shoots, I mean, I feel like, each year I go out and, try to put my best foot forward, for the team and, kind of let the chips fall how they fall. And, at the end of the day, I'm just grateful to be in this position, grateful for the teammates that I have to allow me to be able to go out and perform and be able to even have this chance to get this accolade. It's a I guess a tricky thing when it comes to the difference between Pro Bowl and All Pro, but to be able to be recognized by your peers and by the NFL community, fans included, it's nice to be able to get that recognition.
Courtland, you also came back to get to this point after a battle with that ACL. How did that change your mindset? How did you change your body since that injury?
Yeah, shoots. I think that anyone that's been around sports understands that an injury like that is something that's it's a lot. Obviously, it's a physical thing, but there's a lot of mental that goes into it, and you kind of got to put yourself in a space to understand. You ask yourself, how bad do you really want this? It's a long grind. It's a lot of lonely days of rehab and recovery, and if you're weak-minded, you won't be able to make it out of that space. And so to be able to have all the people around me that were there, my wife, my good friends, and then everyone in that training room were all very uplifting and encouraging when it came to getting back to where I wanted to be. And then from there it was just stacking the days, stacking the months, stacking the years. Each year I felt like I was stacking, to get back to where I wanted to be. You could sit there and tell yourself, I'm back. The year that you come back from the ACL, and there's just certain things that may not click the way you want them to click, but it's a constant process. And I think that the being dedicated to the grind and dedicated to the process of understanding that it's not an overnight thing and that each day you got to wake up and do it again. I think that's something that I learned along that journey, and I'm still continuing to do that. Trying to make sure that I minimize the chances of those things happening by, fine tuning the little details of my body and how I prepare, how I, get my body recover, and, get my body ready for each week.
Coach Sean said that he calls you guys to let you know that you made the Pro Bowl. Is that how you found out? What was that call like?
Yeah, shoots. Coach actually called me. I was asleep, and so I saw that he had tried to call me, so I tried to call him, and I guess he was in a meeting. So we played a little bit of phone tag for a little second, but then I got a chance to talk to him, and he let me know, and it was really cool to be able to hear from Coach because we spent a lot of time with him, and I think that he gets almost equal to probably more excited than we are when it comes to getting that nod because he gets to see us grind day in and day out. He sees the time and the effort that we put into preparing to go out there and perform each week, and so to be able to get that phone call from Coach and to get that nod, it was a really good phone call, especially fresh off of a good nap.